What's the word, ladies and gentlemen? This is Andrew, and welcome to another episode of Is It Worth It? Now, today we'll be talking about the Dirty Bomb mercenary Proxy. She's a speedy, mind-laying engineer who will cost you 30,000 credits to unlock, or $7 USD. In this video, we'll be talking about her general stats, ability, the best loadout cards, playstyle, and ultimately, whether or not she is worth your precious credits and time. So, Proxy is an engineer and she comes with a measly health pool of 90, but she gets a blistering 450 for movement speed. Given that she's an engineer, she'll be able to arm/disarm C4 in 3 seconds and repair in 4 seconds. For her ability, she gets 2 proxy mines, which, once deployed, will explode if tripped. Now, for weapons, Proxy gets a mix. As far as primaries goes, she gets to choose between a host of CQC-centric weapons. So, we have the Merc 7 and the Holland's 880. Both of these are shotguns, and the Hawkfear SMG. Now, for secondaries, Proxy has access to the Calden and the DE50 semi-auto pistols, as well as the MP400 and the Tolan MP machine pistols. Now, for augments, Proxy has a bit of a limited selection, but I would say my favorite for Proxy would have to be Double Time and Guardian Angel. Since the last patch, they have fixed Flying Pig and given Proxy's high mobility, low HP, and fast-paced playstyle. I found that the Flying Pig augment has been quite useful, given that I can leap off high areas and sort of Batman enemies without the fear of losing HP from the fall. As such, I think most of Proxy's loadouts are pretty bad, but my favorite has to be the R22 Turbo Close Assault, which offers great weapons by featuring the Merc 7 and the Tolan MP. The augments are also half decent with Flying Pig, Double Time, and Looter. Now, when playing as Proxy, you are an objective specialist, and a fast one at that. Take advantage of that high speed to sneak around the enemy and rush the objective before they can even react. Now, given your low HP and high speed, flank your enemies and close the distance as much as possible. If you happen to get caught in a 1 vs 1 head-on, strafe side to side as much as you can and use that high movement speed to make yourself harder to track. Now, you can also bunny hop if you have to and if you are in close quarters combat. I wouldn't do it at longer ranges as it really screws up your accuracy. I would say a good Proxy should be able to put on constant pressure on the enemy by doing the secondary and primary objectives, or at least attempting to over and over again. Now, Proxy's ability, the proximity mines, they are great deployables if used correctly. They offer amazing area denial, and while they don't have the range of a bushwhacker turret, I would say they are extremely effective in tight areas. I see too many Proxies just lay their mines out in the open in the middle of passageways, and while I'm not a pro Proxy player by any means, I found great success in placing them up against boxes and corners in tight areas. Now, the mine will be hidden from plain sight, but it will be tripped when the enemy wanders too close. If done correctly, you will force them in a tight area with limited line of sight on the mine, so even if the enemy notices the mine, destroying it will at least damage them. Now, if you're in a rush, remember you can always shoot the mine to force it to detonate. It's a great way to clear out clusters of enemies that you happen to drop in on and to flank. Now, this all goes back to the question, is Proxy worth it? Well, for 30,000 credits or $7 USD, she is pretty cheap for the amount of utility you get, so it all boils down to you. Do you already have an engineer you already use often? If so, and there's another Merc you really want to buy, you may want to skip out. Now, on the other hand, do you like, high utility, glass cannon, speedy mercenaries, and you happen to need an engineer in your roster? Proxy would be the perfect pick. Overall, I find Proxy to be a great mercenary to have, and for whatever reason, if you buy her, I definitely don't think you'll experience any sort of buyer's remorse. Anyways guys, I think that wraps up today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you're new to the channel, take a look around at some of my other videos. I do tons and tons of Dirty Bomb content, and tips, tricks, guides, Easter eggs, you guys name it, Merc reviews. But yeah, just take a look around my channel. Maybe you'll find something useful. And with all that said and done, I hope to see you guys in the next episode.